Welcome to the Vinny Rock Podcast.
What's more than this? I did it my way.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Vincent Rocco-Vargas here with my boy Bobby from Reaper Customs.
Good morning.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a little podcast today, but first let's go ahead and hit with the these sponsors. Sorry, it's early in the morning. We stayed up late watching movies, making cookies, doing like this crazy Christmas tradition that we have now in the household, and so and then I learned how to shovel snow for the first fucking time. So that's what I did yesterday. But hey, don't forget the sponsors. You got beard.com. Go check out beard.com. I own it with my partner Luke. We're trying to do big badass things with it. I know we started initially, you guys probably saw Tank part of it, but eventually it just didn't work out with what we were planning to do. Tank had other things he wanted to knock out, and so we went our ways. It is what it is. That's kind of how business goes. But beer.com, I'm hoping to grow this platform a lot more next year, a lot more focus to it. We obviously just released that video called The Man Behind the Cut. Did you check that out?
Yeah, it was a very good video.
Thank you, man. Yeah, if you actually took the time to watch the 15 minutes of it, it actually is a really good video. And what the plan is with those videos is it's going to go whatever direction the person sitting in the chair wants it to go. If they want to be inspirational, if they want to be funny, if they want to be serious, they want to be whatever it is, that's the goal. The next person I'm trying to have in the chair right now, I'm talking with several large-named MMA fighters. So there's a couple of them in there that I'm trying to get. I mean, even to Greg Jackson. I've thrown some texts back and forth with Greg, and we've talked about it. If we can make things work with some of the bigger names, even Justin Gaethje, he's a big favorite out there right now with the UFC and the way he fights. So that's probably going to be our next person in the chair. It's not a veteran-only thing. It's really just someone with an interesting, amazing story. That's what I want to have on there. So that's what we're going to try and do. And that's beard.com. Go check them out, guys. They have all kinds of cool shit. Yeah, obviously, all the beard products you can think of. If you want to jump into straightrazor.com, you can as well. There's all the shave stuff. Even if you have a beard, you're going to trim, you're going to clean up, you're going to organize. And so there's soaps, shampoos, everything for you. Check out beard.com. You ever use beard.com at all?
I haven't tried beard.com yet.
You're sporting the clean
I'm sporting
shave.
the baby face right
Which
now.
is good.
Yeah, it's
What razors do you use right now? Have you worked on a straight razor yet? Have you tried one?
I haven't.
Dude, I'm going to give you one.
All right.
I think I have one here. If not, we'll get you one. You got to try it. Try a straight razor. No,
dude. I'm used to using the Mach 3s. And
I'm the same.
I kept using those.
So the safety razor is something that you should try.
I have tried a safety razor.
Yeah, those are cool.
I've never used an actual straight razor before.
I might have one in my room. If I do before you leave, I'll give you one because I have so much of this shit now. So.
Right on.
Another other sponsors, you guys don't forget warfightertobacco.com. Warfighter Tobacco. We just got all the Nicaragua cigars in. These are fucking amazing. If you guys haven't had them yet, right now, they're flying off the shelves. They are flying off the shelves for Christmas because everyone's trying to get them for their Christmas or New Year's parties. You can go from any range. There's the 5.56, there's the 7.62, there's the 50 cal, there's your Garrisons, there's your Fields. All 6 of those are different blends. And then you also have the Victory. The Victory is your higher scaled. It's your what do you want to call that? I don't know. You're gonna pay money to smoke a Victory cigar, but I have one for you before you leave. Don't forget to remind me.
I'm getting hooked up today.
There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna give you one of those. But don't forget. But those Victory cigars for me, hands down, is my celebratory cigar. Right. I have a few things coming down the pipe right now, and I can't really mention everything what's going to happen, but something pretty huge that might be getting released sometime in January, February, and if it does, obviously that's the day I'm going to smoke a Victor cigar.
Right on.
And I also smoked one because I got the whole package. I'm finding a reason to smoke them any other time. But guys, don't forget to check out Warfighter Tobacco. Warfighter Tobacco. These guys are all solid dudes. I've had them on the show before. I'll have them on the show again. If you guys are just looking for something not as expensive as a Victory blend, if you want to try something different, I recommend your 5.56 Garrison or your 7.62 Garrison. Those are my other 2 favorites in the bunch. If you like a Maduro, something darker, something stronger, another one of my favorites is going to be any of the 50 cals, right? That's going to have a bold flavor. It's going to hit harder. And if you're looking to catch a buzz, those are the 50 cals of what you need to have. I took them to San Antonio and I smoked them with my father-in-law, and this first puff, he's like, he hit a cough. He ended up coughing for 45 minutes, and he was looking at me and goes, "What's in this?" I was like,
A lot of good stuff.
a lot of good stuff. Yeah, exactly. A lot of good stuff. It was more powerful, it was more pungent, I guess, if you will, than the other cigars that he was smoking before. So I gave him a pack for Christmas, and they're just fucking great cigars, man. I'm happy for them. I'm happy I got them. I'm happy the company went the route that they did, and I think it's just going to be looking up and up for Warfighter Tobacco in the future and what we plan to do. A lot of cool ideas we want to do. There is an idea of getting a location in Nicaragua, and we can bring veterans with us to experience the full cigar experience. That's all in the works, and if the company keeps going the way it's going now, then this is definitely a possibility to probably start in 2019, which I think is beautiful. You know, the company's a bunch of veterans, so we always want to do veteran things, and we thought, like, man, wouldn't it be nice to be able to bring a couple veterans out there and check out the whole system that we got going on right now for Warfighter Tobacco? I mean, whether you smoke or you don't smoke, it's a good vacation, a good way to get away.
That'd be kind of cool just to go through the whole experience, like make your own cigar type of thing. Like how
I
there's
agree.
Places in Vegas where you can go and make your own AKs and stuff
Right,
like
you can
that.
make your own. You can make your own blend of drinks. You can make your own all
Yep.
kinds of different stuff. So this would be a cool thing we're working on. There's a lot of different things we're working on. Obviously, they support the podcast, and I love the boys at Warfighter Tobacco. Another one of my sponsors is the Combat Flip Flops. You ever had them?
I haven't worn them yet.
You haven't worn them yet?
I've seen them, and I follow them on social media and everything. I see their posts.
Here's
It's
something
like,
crazy, dude. People don't know this, that two of those guys were in Alpha Company's 2nd or 75th Ranger Regiment with me.
yeah.
Yeah, they served with me. Like, no shit. Fucking Lee is a forward observer. He was there for some of the more serious raids that Ranger Battalions have had, or at least some serious missions that Ranger Battalion has had at the time before he got out. And Griff was the officer, the forward observer officer. I forget what they call it, the FSO, I believe they call it. And Griff, those guys just had a good career. They had a solid career in the Ranger Battalion. The funny thing is, Griff saved my career. I've talked about this before. Like,
Yeah.
I left we're doing a big land nav course and shit, and I fucking was excited to be up. My turn to fucking lead the troops, and I plotted my point, and I got up and fucking took off. And what happened was I felt like, fuck, I'm moving fast. These guys are falling behind. I'm a fucking stud, right? I'm thinking like, I'm a stud. These guys, they can't touch me. And then I realized the reason I'm moving so fucking fast, well, I didn't have my fucking gun on me. I didn't have my rifle.
That's an asshole pucker moment right
Bro,
there.
that is I'm getting kicked out of Ranger Battalion moment. As I was running back, Rick Griff was right there, and he goes, "Here, you idiot, go fucking talk to Sergeant Schmidt later." And I got smoked that night, but it is what it is. That's your boys. Go check them out at Combat Flip Flops. Combat Flip Flops, again, another one of those dope ass companies. They do a lot of stuff to help with educating some of the women over in the Middle East, and as well as rebuild schools.
Yeah.
So it's an awesome company. Check them out. Another one of my sponsors, Reaper Customs. You want to talk about it?
Sure. So Reaper Customs is a veteran-owned and operated business.
Yes, it is.
What we do is we just do, for the most part, is metal art. I've got bottle openers. I had Christmas ornaments that I came out with,
Right.
And just
All kinds of stuff. Here's the cool thing is that people probably know you more for the military type art, but they don't realize that you can do anything.
Yep.
Anything that you can think up, if you want done, if you want him to customize, if behind us on the podcast there's a big old sign, it's a Lead Slingers whiskey sign. He did that for the podcast. There's anything you can think of. What did you make for Strike Force Energy?
Strike Force Energy, I did a big, it was a 4 foot by 4 foot fire pit.
Yes.
And they absolutely loved it.
No, it was beautiful.
Sean messaged me. He's like, "Oh man, this is so," he loved it.
I think I'm going to
And-
need a Vinny Rock podcast fire pit.
I'm sure that we can make that
Yeah,
happen.
you had to bill me for that one. Let me know how that's going to cost, because
Yeah.
I would love that. So you guys check out Reaper Customs. Where can they find Reaper Customs?
If you go on to Instagram and Facebook and you type in at Reaper Customs Co., so Reaper Customs CO, you'll find it. And
Boom.
then reapercustoms.com is the website that we're getting back up. We took a small hiatus. We moved from Arizona up to Utah,
Yep.
and had some setbacks. So we're back up and operational and starting to get things back going.
Hopefully
again.
we'll have Kaz up here too, and we just keep helping each other grow, man. I'm hoping to keep growing with you guys.
Absolutely.
True North, another local company that I'm working
Yeah.
with, the True North Motor Company. I just ordered my dad some gloves and some shirts because he's like, "What is that company? I like it." I'm like, "Well, it's a company of my buddies. It's
Yeah.
really good."
Yeah.
And so got them. You got your True North. You got Reaper Customs. You obviously got your Black Rifle here in town. You got Lead Slingers whiskey. All the other ones. And we also got Willie Peach Chocolate. Willie Peach Chocolate, he makes all his chocolate at his own house from the gardens of Eden that he created himself. Willie Peach Chocolate, honestly, if you guys never tried it, it's fucking awesome. It's good chocolate. He's supposed to be sending some. I didn't want to bother him right now throughout the holidays because I'm sure he's busy as fuck. But, hey, when you need to, when you have a chance, go check out Willie Peach Chocolate. Lisa Beds is my last one. Lisa Beds is my favorite, but I'm pretty sure they're going to drop me. I don't think they're going to keep me as a sponsor.
No?
Yeah, because I can forget to talk about Lisa Beds all the time. But I do talk about them here and there. I don't know. How do you promote a fucking bed?
You just got to tell them how comfortable it is to sleep in.
But it's the best damn. I've never gotten through a movie yet. We sit there and watch a movie and we're like, no, we're going to sit on the couch and watch a movie or else I'm going to fucking miss the movie. As soon as I get on my bed, I want to fall asleep.
That's a good advertisement
But there's
there.
no... but I think people think I'm full of shit. This is a fucking good bed. I don't know about any other bed in a box. I never had any other bed in a box. This is the bed I have. I have a Lisa bed. It's Leesa bed. Check it out. If you guys are interested, the promo code is Vinny Rock. You get some discounts on any bed you want. If you have questions, man, hit me up. Ask a question. And that's it for the sponsors. That was a fucking long one, dude.
That was one thing I forgot to. I made your own promo code for my site too.
You did. What's the promo code for Reaper
So
Custom?
if you go on and you're at the checkout, you go type in promo code Vinny Rock. It'll take 20% off the order.
And if 20%, that's actually really good.
20%.
That's better than any other
I hook
sponsor.
your listeners up.
There you go. That's more than any sponsor here. Hey, let me ask you. So if someone goes on the website, so you already have specific products already on there, and then if someone wants a custom, they just email you?
Yeah, there's a contact
Yeah.
portion of the page, and they just hit me up, or you can DM me on Instagram or the Facebook page. Any way you can get a hold of me, people can just. I've had about 3 or 4 different requests right now about they want custom fire pit made.
Yeah, the fire pit's a cool one.
They want a sign made for their shop, or they want something made for their significant other for Christmas.
Yeah, that's good.
So
You ever made a grill?
I've made a grill out of a 55-gallon drum and a 30-gallon drum welded together.
Yeah, that's nice.
It was definitely an experience.
Yeah. Well, it's funny when someone gives you something, you're like, I've never done it, but I definitely can. And it's going to take some time to figure out, right?
And that's what it like. So the way it works for me is if I can't do it in my industry, there's plenty of other companies out there. There's other veteran-owned companies out there that do the same thing that I do. And it's kind of like how our veteran space is, or you know a guy.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
you know a guy. I always know a guy.
Vinny always knows a guy. So I've kind of gotten into that too. If I can't do something, I know somebody that does.
No, I think that's the big thing I do. I think a lot of the success that I've had in recent years is by knowing a guy, right?
Exactly.
Is the networking part of the veteran community where you already know there's some kind of association by serving, and then there's people outside of that as well. You know what I mean? I think the reason I became an owner of beer.com was because of networking. I originally was one of the owners of huckleberrybeer.com. That was with Corey. Me and Corey, I wanted to grow the business in a certain direction. He didn't. So we decided, okay, it's probably in best interest for me to sell back my shares.
Yeah.
Sold back my shares and partner up with beer.com. My goal was to hopefully build like for me personally, the way business in my head is, like, I never want to fall in love with my brand, right? It's a business, right?
Yeah.
My goal is to hopefully somebody wants to buy me out for everything, right? Like,
Right.
hopefully, I'm hoping Leadslingers down the road, Leadslingers Whiskey, someone says, hey, here's fucking $20 billion. And you're like, fuck yeah, later. You know what I mean? And what I do with that money is whatever I want, right? Or split it between all the parties who own it. And then what I do is go and start another whiskey company down the road, or a tequila company or something, right? Something in space.
I can see you starting a tequila company.
Dude, I can't say I haven't been looking into it, right? I've been looking extensively into that, and so, but that's the goal, right? And so with the beer, Huckleberry Beer, Corey started it, and Corey didn't want to. It's scary, man. You have your own baby, and you don't want someone to come in and fuck it up or steal the shares or just kind of take control.
Right.
So I completely understood where he was coming from. And so we both were like, hey, let's just do this. And so we just went our ways. No disrespect. I think it's a great company. Huckleberry Beard is awesome. I think fucking Corey's a great dude. You know what I mean? And so it's just part of business is, in me learning and growing as a businessman, is that if you can grow, right? If you're not going to lose too much, like what essentially is, if I take less out of my work and make more money, well then shit, that sounds like a good idea.
Absolutely.
But then it becomes like I don't want to lose all my shares either. So
Right.
There's always this funny thing. I would love to see beer.com get bought out, right? I would love to see right now, because it's still in its infancy stages. we're going through ups and downs with the business, but you can't deny the fucking name beard.com.
Oh
right?
no, that's like
It's exactly.
that's it right
it's
there.
huge.
Yeah.
So if we can get some, if we can get some air under those wings and see it fly a little bit, hopefully a bigger company goes, hey, I want to buy this out for fucking 10 mil, whatever it is.
Right.
All it is like, hell yeah, snag, swap. What's the next business I'm going to invest $1 million right into? You see what I'm saying? So it's just going to, for me, it's like, it's kind of that saying, it takes money. It takes money to make money. And I'm noticing that more and more. You know, a lot of the sponsorships that come from this, any of the people that pay me for sponsorships, a lot of it goes into video production, to buying equipment. Just it goes into me.
It goes straight back into
right.
it.
Like most of this is going into my comic book.
Right.
I'm paying right now. Have you seen the comic book?
I've seen you doing posts.
Yeah,
about
dude.
It. It's awesome. That
let me tell you
artwork
about
is
that because
amazing.
it's the perfect time to talk about it. So the same guys that do the artwork for my family art, those family art is stuff like I'm collecting them, and I'm going to be doing a family kind of book on like all the trials and tribulations of this family. Like everyone has their shit.
Right.
I'm going to be talking about my shit.
Yeah.
Right. Like raising 6 fucking kids, a blended family, a Puerto Rican fucking wife, 3 fucking dogs, a giant ass fucking bunny. Like just the fucking madness that's happening in this household at the time. But there's a lot of learning points, right? There's a lot of things. So raising a teenager, raising a teenage girl, dealing with social media, dealing with a 5-year-old who is baby's mama, right? Who's a mama's boy,
right?
And I'm trying to raise into a man.
Yep.
Dealing with one son who doesn't want to do anything in the physical aspects of sports. He wants to be more of an artist, and another son who's just completely a fucking athlete who doesn't want to pass school, right? Like
Yep.
every fucking kid, there's some fucking dramatics to it, and so. Those drawings that you see that I do with my family are all going towards a book.
Right.
And so I'm just, as I pay for them, they come out, I'm just posting them because it's
Yep.
just cool content. I talked to this guy about a script I wrote. Me and a partner of mine, we wrote, and I have a writing partner. Me and him, we team up because he writes a lot faster than I do. So I kind of blot it down and we go back and forth and then we do edits. Me and him came up with the concept of Sugar Man. You might know his name. His name is Billy J. It's kind of hard to work with Billy J nowadays because of a lot of other issues we have with Range 15, and not him per se, not me and him per se, but just the business side of things.
Right.
But either way, we both. It's my story that he put together for me, and we added some shit to it, right? So I'll never not give him credit for where credit's due. But Sugar Man essentially is a story of it. I started writing it because I was in the Border Patrol. I at the time was going through a divorce. My kids were living in Arizona. I'm living in Eagle Pass, Texas. I had enough money to pay rent, which was $200 a month, and pay my car, which is I think $300 a month, and then just about another $150 for the month, almost like chump change, right? Because my ex-wife was penny pinching me.
Right.
I slept on the floor for 4 years. And as I was there, I'm sitting there within the first year of that. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with my life, right? Like, I'm sitting here working my ass off, paying for my kids, that's all I ever want to do, but getting divorced to a woman who's a fucking pain in the ass. And I was just miserable, dude. I was drinking a lot at the time. I was kind of alone because in the military, you know, I had all my friends, and then when I was even in Arizona, I had a couple Ranger buddies that I drink with quite a bit, and we just kind of just get through it, right? Like still dealing with transitioning out of the military and into something new. I'm dealing with the Border Patrol as a new guy. They're treating me like I'm a fucking noob, and they're treating me like I'm an idiot, like I don't
like an FNG,
right? And I'm like, motherfucker. Like when it comes down to it, they're all gonna want me there in a firefight. They're all gonna want me there in a fucking fist fight.
Exactly.
But they treat me like as if I'm the lowest scum of the earth,
right?
And they play those fucking newbie games, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, hey, fucking new guy, go do this.
Your,
and
your initiation.
Right. And
Yep.
I'm just like, man, I fucking hate these dudes, right? Like,
Yep.
they don't fucking know who I am or what
Who
I'm
you
capable
were.
of. And who I can help with. Like, how I can help with them on the border instead of just using
Exactly.
me as a fucking tool.
Yeah.
And so I was in a dark place, and I started thinking, and this is legit, I started thinking, like, you know what? What if I just went into Mexico? What if I went in there and started fucking jacking money from these cartel dudes? Just for the fuck of it, right? Not
Right.
for any other reason. Not that I need the money. It'd be nice to buy myself a little bed because I was sleeping on the
Yeah.
floor. It'd be nice to buy another car because I'm driving this manny wagon, right? This weird
Yeah.
wagon thing, right? And I'm like, you're a dude. You want a dude shit, right? I want a dude truck. I want to feel like a fucking man. It'd be nice to fucking buy more tattoos. Just shit, right? And so I was like, fuck, it'd be dope. And I started really researching. I started really going deep into this. Like I'm grabbing my beers. I'm sitting at this little fucking shithole house in a room. I'm sharing a room with another grown ass man. That's how bad it was. And I'm fucking plotting this all. Like, this is how I would do it. And I started writing it down. I started fucking talking about, like, telling myself which areas I would enter, which would be the easiest ones they wouldn't see me in the locations. And as I'm doing this, I'm still aspiring to be a writer one day. And I'm like, fuck, I'm obviously never going to do this because I would lose my kids.
Right.
Like, I would lose my kids.
Yeah.
And they're all that I ever had. That's all. That's what I breathe for. You me and you are very similar in this aspect. Like, that's all we have. And so I chose to write the story. And so I wrote the story, man. And it's that's what Sugar Man is based on. Me writing all these journals about
what you were thinking about.
What I was thinking about actually doing.
Yeah.
I was thinking about fucking taking out the cartel. And
single-handedly.
For no reason, just to see if I could.
Right.
See if my training was proficient enough. And as well as for the chance I can fucking die by the way of the gun.
Yep.
What else did I have going for me? I didn't have my kids anymore. I didn't have my fucking wife that I had for 10 years, right? I didn't have anything.
Right.
Which everything was a blessing, right? Because a couple years later, I got full custody of my kids, you know, and now I met the most fucking amazing woman ever. And so life is obviously better now than it ever has been. But man, those dark fucking corners that my head went.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
And so that's what Sugar Man is. It's talking about... It's that. And people are like, man, it sounds a lot like fucking Frank Castle. I was like, dude, it does. And I was watching the show and I'm like, dude.
Did you watch the Netflix show?
Yeah, I did. And what sucks is the script is in my hand and I'm watching the show. I'm like,
that's the exact same thing.
There's some similarities there.
Yep.
And I don't ever want to come off as I'm stealing people's content. Like, fuck, I would never steal the Punisher's content. This is a little bit different. This is actual. So a lot of the stuff I'm writing in these comics are actual missions that I've tweaked into a little bit more fun. This is just real shit, right? It's like shit that I've actually lived. You know, things that me and my partners actually have done or might not have done, and I wrote into the story to make it look like we have, right? So it really bringing some fun stuff to it. And then I saw Sicario, dude. You see part 2's coming out?
I haven't even seen that
Motherfucker. Watch that shit.
Yeah.
I think Benicio del Toro does an amazing job, but it's another one of those border fucking things. I'm always fascinated with it. The border, drugs, cartels, the fucking all that shit, dude. It's just interesting as fuck, dude. And it's to me, it's the war on U.S. soil that you could all be fighting, and it's fucking fun.
Right.
That a lot of us veterans fucking look for is another conflict, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so fuck, man. So you saw the Netflix Punisher.
I did see. I binge watched that as soon as it came out.
Dude.
Like a day and a half, 2 days, I was done watching that.
So I'm not the biggest fan of the actor they chose to play the Punisher, but I don't know any other actor that could have done the emotions he does.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah, he does the really, I mean, exaggerated fucking. He's deep into it, right?
Absolutely.
I think it's good. I think he did a good job. I think that the show was cool, and I'm curious to see where the future goes with it. Fucking, I don't want to fucking get any. You know, I don't want to.
You don't spoil anything.
Yeah, any spoilers.
But no, the actor did a really good
He did a
job,
great job.
of playing Frank
Great
Castle.
job. And the other thing for me, why the fuck is his haircut so shitty?
That's Hollywood, bro.
I was laughing at his haircut. I was like, dude, that haircut is not like a Marine. I don't know if that's a typical Marine haircut, but I'm pretty sure it's not because it looks like a barracks cut, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely barracks cut.
Yeah, that's unauthorized. That's not authorized in the AR 670-1. Fuck, I got my first 4 U's recently for the reserves.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
No.
So if you don't show up, you get a U, and that's I think it's an unauthorized absence, and so 9 of those get you kicked out.
So you're on 4.
Now I'm on 4. So I just
5 more to go.
I know. I'm doing my best to fucking
Is that because
salvage my career.
That's because all the recording and
Yeah, it's because I'm busy
Yep.
busy filming the Mayans MC, busy filming this new project that I'm excited to announce here soon. Hopefully it's SHOT Show. I'll let you know. Fuck. You know what the worst thing about filming this kind of shit? And most people know. That most people kind of heard it through the grapevine of what's going on. But like, I just won't be the one to say anything, right? But you don't get to reap the benefits of the fruit of your labor.
Right.
Right? Like, what have I done for so many years? We film like the Drinking Bros News. We work on the Drinking Bros News together. And you haven't done it in a while, right? You're taking a hiatus there as well.
Yeah, I'm on a hiatus from social media as a whole just to deal with.
Fuck social media, dog. I wish I could do the same.
But no, filming and producing that kind of stuff. I mean, that when you're doing it yourself,
yeah,
and you're not making money off it, anything, you're just having fun with it.
Right.
it's a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that we film it, and within like 3-4 days, it's out.
Yep.
So like you don't have to wait.
Yeah, you're not
6
doing like
months.
post productions and
Right,
edits
dude.
and
Fuck, bro.
waiting months and years for that stuff.
I feel like nothing fucks with my head more than that. Than being out there filming, doing fucking good work. You're like, dude, I'm proud of that shit. Cool. We'll see it come out in 5 months. Like what?
And then the other thing with that too is you're at the mercy of the editor. Like,
Correct.
oh, that didn't look good, but that may have been your favorite part of the
Correct.
recording, and they just cut it because they didn't like the way it looked.
Oh, dude. Once I'm able to start talking about this project, there's gonna be a lot that comes out. Not bad. Just things I'm learning. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
life lessons.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, even just being on set of Mayans, dude. You know, your motorcycle was the first one I got on and started, dude.
I never got you like. I know you rode it a couple times.
Rode it a few times.
What'd you think of it?
It's good. It was
Yeah.
good. So what scared me on yours was that the throttle, it's like all of them are like this,
Yep.
right? Newer ones are probably a little bit more. They probably bounce back faster. The newer ones have a
Yeah,
better.
mine sticks a little bit.
Yes.
Yep.
And so that's what I noticed in yours, and it got me nervous a few times. And
Yep.
then, you know, when your first time riding, you get nervous, you put your feet down.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm doing that shit for a
Yep.
little bit, and I'm thinking like, stop doing it, you're gonna break your fucking ankle, idiot. And so,
How'd you like them ape hangers with your arms way up in the
I
air?
like, you know, it's funny, dude.
It's comfortable, wasn't
It didn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
I got a motorcycle in there. I got a 1979 Harley.
Yeah.
It is a, what do you call it? Not a cruiser.
Sportster?
A Sportster.
Yeah.
Right. So it's obviously a little small for me, but I think it looks good.
Well, that's what mine was.
Right.
But like I said, on mine, because I'm 5'10",
Yeah.
I put the tall handlebars on it, and I put forward controls on it. It let you stretch your legs out a little bit and let
Yeah.
your arms get out there. Because before I was crouched over on that thing.
Yeah.
I looked like a big gorilla on a little
Well, that's the thing. I
tricycle.
want to do this. I want to fix this one a little bit, but I don't want to put too much money. I got an opportunity to get another one for $12,000 in LA. A buddy of mine, and I'm thinking about. He's allowing me to make the payments on this, so
Right.
I'm probably gonna do that, man, because I think it's. Fuck, dude. I don't want to go out and buy a brand new fucking crazy thing for my first bike.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, well, now I have this bike here. I got to fix it. It's probably taking me about $300-$400 to fix this one. I want to get new tires on it and get fix a couple things. But all in all, it's a decent bike and it's going to be good for me to just get comfortable. The fucking shitty thing is that we're in Utah and the weather's fucking shit.
The right about Thanksgiving was the last time I've been on my bike.
Yeah.
It was. I think it was like 38 degrees that day.
Did you get to ride with True North?
I didn't get to. I had some other things I had to handle.
No, it's good. I plan to get a lot of us together. Hopefully, ride with True North starting as soon as this weather breaks. We'll get as many of us as we can. We'll get out there and ride some cruises. Jess has some awesome cruises, man. That are
Yeah.
fucking. I rode one right here in Salt Lake. The Salt Lake, was it Utah Lake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you talking about that on
That
the
Utah
episode,
Lake.
so.
Holy shit, that was crazy. And so, I just want to get really good at riding, and so I'm comfortable, especially on set, man. Like the Mayans MC thing to me is like me and my wife go over this back and forth, right? Like I want to be in the film industry, but I just don't know how far I want to get into the film industry. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Like last thing I want to be is 5 months gone from the family again. That's
Yeah.
just that's stupid to me, right? Like,
Absolutely.
so it doesn't make sense. I didn't build a studio in my house to be gone, right?
Right.
And so that's both of our fear. And she keeps throwing hints at me when I'm like, man, I would have loved to gone on. Like Sicario 2 came out, right? I'm like, fuck, I would have loved to go on the movie. She goes, are you really trying to do this acting thing, right? And I'm
Right.
like, nah, not really. But the right roles, I think I would love to, right? Like predominantly Latino role that's fucking a badass dude. I want to fucking shoot for that, right? But I don't think I'll ever. I don't know. I don't want to shoot myself down. We'll see where the fuck the entertainment world goes. But
Well, you're doing good on the dads and parks. Yeah, you haven't been on a while, but
well, I haven't because I haven't flown to LA.
Right.
So January, I have a couple openings and dates. I might fly to LA for about 3 days, film some dads and parks, and then film Freedom Jerky commercial. So I am now one of the owners of Freedom Jerky. I forgot even to mention that, but Freedom Jerky is it's cool, man. Like 5 of us got together. One guy knows his beef jerky real well. Kind of like the same kind of thing of like Black Rifle coming together. Like Evan knew
Right.
his coffee reall well, and then
Right.
all the guys jumped on board with marketing and
Yeah.
stuff. Similar to that is one of the guys knew his beef jerky real well, able to get USA fucking everything like 100% fucking this and that and this and that. Like it's just quality ass fucking
Right.
beef jerky. And then hopefully using my platform and several other dudes' platforms, we're able to bring in some sales for beef jerky, but a lot of that is going to go into Warhorse, and Warhorse is also going to be working with herosports.org.
Right.
So Warhorse is another one of those nonprofits that they have a big old ranch, and so they fly veterans in and do their little program, and as well as the sports thing is pretty big for them, and that's where we come on as Hero Sports comes in and helps out with the sports programs.
Yeah.
So it's going back to the veterans, hopefully, and if things go well, and so far we had good feedback. It's good fucking beef jerky, and so good feedback, and hopefully it goes. But I need to get to LA to film those, to film Dads and Parks, to meet with an agent, because I don't have an agent, so for some reason now I need one.
You're getting to the point where you need one,
right? And
Yeah.
it would, as much as I don't want one, I need to protect myself as well,
right?
So that's got to get figured out. And then Dads and Parks, as soon as I get there, I got to film with some Dads and Parks. Yeah, I haven't been in a while because I'm not there. If I'm there, fucking it's on, dude. Me and Jamie, man, we get along real well.
Oh, those episodes with you and him,
Dude. That guy's so fucking solid. He's one of the
Gold.
funniest dudes. I'm working on a few other projects, trying to get me and him working together. It's just a crazy ride, and I'm still trying to do more, right? You know what I mean? Like, you got the comic book, you got the man behind the chair. I'm working on 5 Shots for Freedom. Hopefully get that produced here soon, finally. It's just crazy, but obviously it's kind of exciting as fuck too,
You miss the beginnings?
I miss Article 15 of old. I miss me, Matt, and JT sitting in a garage, thinking of a concept, filming it, and then drinking some fucking beers and enjoying it. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I know exactly what you're saying. I know
was
there's a lot of
simple.
people that miss that too.
it was simple. Like me and Matt were the closest fucking dudes ever, and I was also probably I probably should have spent more time with my family, but I saw what Article 15 could be.
Right.
Early on, man, I got interviewed the other day about this, and early on, it's like, why did I walk away from the Border Patrol for Article 15? I was like, because I got some emails directed straight to me saying, Rocco, it's awesome to watch what you're doing. You inspire me, you motivate me, blah, blah, blah. Those emails, like, fucking weigh heavy, right? Like,
Exactly.
if you see that you're affecting a veteran's life, knowing that you've went through hard times yourself, knowing that it's a weird time for veterans to that are transitioning out, and having them say, you're the reason that they didn't kill themselves, you're the reason that they're motivated to go do this, you're the reason they're fucking joining the Border Patrol. Nothing's more inspiring than that. Nothing motivates me more to do more.
Well, that's the beauty of social media. I have a love-hate relationship with social media.
Yeah.
So the beauty of social media is that you can reach out to anybody,
Right.
and say, hey, you inspired me to do this, or what you did caused me to do this. So, similar situation when it was 2015, you guys were getting ready to film Range 15.
Yep.
About that time frame. You were in El Paso, and
Right.
you'd put something up that you were looking for state flags for your home
Yes.
gym. And I reached out to you, and I sent you an Arizona state
Yes,
flag.
and I hung it.
And you did. And then that's when we started talking.
We started communicating.
like right then and there, we just started BSing back
Yep.
and forth about whatever.
And then you started jumping on board more and more and helping more with Drinking Bros
Yep.
and making the Arizona community what it was. Arizona was one of our bigger communities. Went through some hardships.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about what happened.
I know.
It got handled though.
Well, it's funny, man. We can even just talk on that for a second. But Drinking Bros, for some reason, there's guys who thought Drinking Bros was a veteran-only group, and it wasn't. Drinking Bros initially was started, so veterans had a place they can vent on and also never drink alone.
You always had someone to be able to talk to.
Right.
Didn't
Whether
matter
they
what
were-
time of day it was.
Right, but if you make it only veterans only, you close that off. You start killing off the opportunity of people that are out there with opportunity, with networking, and just friendship.
Exactly.
And so it was like, we never made it a veteran only. It was veteran heavy.
Very veteran heavy.
Veteran heavy because the
LEOs
fact of
and first
and
responders.
right, but why? Because that's fucking a majority of our following.
Yeah.
We can't fucking help that, man. You know.
Yep.
And so when guys are like, "Oh, you guys have turned PC," I was like, "Fuck no, we didn't, man. We want to make this a place that's comfortable for everyone. If you're the type of dude that had the humors like fucking baby killers, right? Like those guys are cool, man. There's a space for you. It's not on Drinking Bros, right? It's somewhere
Right.
else. It's probably on Grunts Only or weird
Yeah.
shit, right? You know what I mean? Like, There's
There
a
you go.
spa-
There's the next thing is instead of farmers only, you got gruntsonly.com.
gruntsonly.com.
You don't have to be lonely at gruntsonly.com.
Who makes the green grass grow? So it's just one of those things like people got offended because they thought that we were getting PC. It's like, no, man, we're trying to make a comfortable habitat for everyone
Right.
to exist. Females, males, veterans, non-veterans. Like it was just a place, a community, exactly that, a club, if you will, for people to go to and have like-minded, ideas.
Yeah,
And-
like-minded individuals.
Right,
who-
and not everyone agrees with some of the shit, but as long as you're a fucking believe in America, damn it, you
Yep.
know what I mean, and you're not a fucking asshole, Drinking Bros was the place.
yeah.
And those are the things that I miss. I missed how the simplicity of what we used to do. Matt, hands down, started a fucking tidal wave of veteran entertainers, veteran social media entertainers. Matt started that. People want to say he didn't, but I think Matt started it at the level that Matt did it. Let's do it that way. Because
Right.
you had Ranger Up making videos. You had other companies doing it. But for some reason, Matt's format just fucking went well.
One of his first videos was the rap battle, wasn't it? That got posted, or is
that was probably his second. Yeah, the first. He had a few. That one with,
or the how to be tactical?
yeah, no, Tactical was later. It was. What the fuck was it?
But I remember, and he's talked about it before too, is that the rap battle that was one of the.
That
kicked it up.
Yeah, that went nuts.
And
then right after
everybody
that
loved
is
that.
when I got on board.
Yeah.
He made that. That was just him doing his thing, dude. Him and JT partnered up. It was cool how they met. They met through fucking Facebook, and Matt just decided to fly
That
down and meet him.
story of how JT and Matt met. I think they talked about that on. At the time was Blackhearted podcast.
Yeah, the way
Yeah.
they met with a Facebook.
A
it was-
Facebook message or something
Yeah,
like
Facebook
that.
message
Yeah.
on a page called something like Big Titties or something
Yeah.
like.
But
like
the story is
Big Guns and Boobies or
Yeah.
some weird shit, like a weird page. Yeah, and and then it went from there. When I got involved, it wasn't about. I just told Matt, like, me and Matt were friends in battalion. He was in town. I was like, I helped him just shortly before that. Him and his brothers were doing some weightlifting stuff, and so I helped them get their shirts printed at a buddy of mine. My first
because you knew a guy.
because I knew a guy. Right, exactly. So I first started my first company at 18. It was a t-shirt company called Rooster Head, right? We talked about that.
Yeah, I remember that.
My partner in that, his name's Brian Olson. Brian Olson owns a t-shirt printing company still in LA. I sent Matt to him to get his shirts printed. That's
I
how.
heard you were going to be bringing back some more of those shirts.
Dude, I got the artwork and I haven't printed the shirts. It's so hard running all this shit together, right? But I'll figure it out eventually. I gotta hire my mom or my dad to come in and just do all that shit I don't want to
Right.
do. You know?
Yep.
But then, I said, hey, Matt, if you need help with anything, let me know. Matt said, yeah, I do. I'm going to be heading out. It'd be cool to just have you there if JT needs anything. Me and JT live right down the street from each other.
Right.
So I showed up one day for a picture. It was the Dolphin Rape shirt promotion. Yeah. I didn't even know what I was getting into. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, holy shit, that's a shirt, dude? Like,
Yeah.
that's a shirt design? I think it's terrible. But JT... it's so funny, and I'm like, okay, sounds good, dude. So I put on this shirt that was way too tight and took a few pictures, and fucking Matt just was like, bro, this is the funniest fucking thing ever. I'm like, dude, I'm down with whatever, man. So
Yep.
it just grew, and then we did a video together. The Tactical was we did How to Be a Veteran,
Right.
and then it grew, and it just, for some reason, the dynamic that I don't think you'll see ever again, or it'd be hard to fucking come by.
It's hard to reproduce.
To reproduce
'Cause-
me, Matt, and JT.
Yeah. Everything was authentic.
It was so pure.
Exactly. And that, so now you're going to be seeing a lot of people that are going to, they may be authentic,
Yeah.
but it's just not going to be the same.
It's been done.
Yeah. And that's what's going to happen. Everyone's like, oh, you're trying to be like so-and-so.
Well, I tell people all the time, it's like, dude, there's only one Matt Best.
Yep.
Anyone that wants to try and do that again, I don't think it's ever going to be as successful.
Right.
I really don't. And that's just my fucking opinion, right? Like, I think anyone that tries to be the emphasized, over the top personality talking about this in the veteran world is essentially fucking harnessing a little bit of Matt Best.
Right.
You know,
And people are going to see that. You may be entertaining.
Right.
And you may be funnier than Matt Best.
Right.
But everyone's going to go, oh, you're that's just like Matt Best, and then you go, fuck that.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck
They're all
that.
gonna
You're
get
just
mad
trying to
about
be
it.
like Matt Best, and then they'll get mad and they'll just start hating for no reason.
Dude, I think, have you ever heard of like diapers and Pampers? Like everyone calls them Pampers. Like no,
Right.
Pampers is a brand.
Yeah.
it's a diaper.
Yeah.
it's exactly what it is.
That's what happens.
It's exactly like
Yeah.
you cannot see the funneling effect of trying to do it because everyone's used a similar format. If they
Yep.
didn't use the same format, they did it in a different manner. It might register differently.
They find a formula that works and they stick with it.
Yeah, man. But that's the thing is what Matt JT understood was social media pretty well, and that's why you were able to hit.
Pretty well is an understatement.
Right, exactly.
Those guys are geniuses with
Exactly.
social media. So
And so I sat back and just kind of just watched and said, whatever you need me to do, man. Like,
Yep.
and so I helped out with the fucking customer service. I used to upload all the fucking shirts. I used to run all the social media. I used to run all the messaging, all
Right.
that stuff. And so, and that's, remember 5 Bravo?
Mm-hmm.
I created 5
Yeah.
Bravo. That
I
was
remember
my
that.
creation. Do you remember that? This is how it happened. And this is a weird thing because a lot of people don't know this, and maybe the industry needed to hear it. Was I started 5 Bravo because fucking Article 15's, Drinking Bros was getting too vulgar and
Right.
too aggressive, and a lot of guys wanted a place like that. I was like, cool, I'll make 5 Bravo. So I created 5 Bravo, so no one would know it was created by Article 15. I had 4 other people manage it for me.
Right.
Cody being one, Aaron being another, Ben being another, and several other people have come on board.
Right.
As it started to grow, it was like, holy shit, 5 Bravo is growing just as fast as Drinking Bros. What are we going to do with it? I was like, well, we can make it a business, but if it's a t-shirt business, I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's just not right. Like I'm all about just doing the right thing by business.
Right.
But I also was I told them, I was like, at all times, 5 Bravo is always going to promote an Article 15 video. It's going to share it, right? For me, it was just another place to share.
Right. You have another audience.
It was
to-
controlling the fucking demographics, right?
Right.
I knew exactly what the fuck I was doing. We
Right.
created a page that fucking blew up. We were sharing viral content. We were doing all these fake text messages, fake emails. You remember it all.
Oh yeah, like
And
the
then we start-
helicopter mom story.
Right. And
Yeah,
then we
yeah,
said
yeah.
all the Band of Bravo and all this
Yeah.
stuff. Then it started kind of getting out of control because they started making chapters like Drinking Bros. I'm like, fuck no, dude. Drinking Bros already has chapters. If you guys
Right.
want chapters, go jump into a Drinking Bros forum. But 5 Bravo stays 5 Bravo, right? Band of Bravo stays Band of Bravos. And then it just kind of started taking form in a different light. And I'm like, dude, this is starting to like get out of my control because I don't have time to run all the fucking Drinking Bros pages and all the fucking 5 Bravo pages. And then then there's a business and power struggle. I
Yep.
put this much money into it. I think I fucking deserve this. And I'm like, fuck it. You guys have it.
Yep. Take it.
Take it. I'm fucking done. Right.
Yep.
So I walked. I handed off a fucking potentially $1 million company if they knew
Right.
how to run it right. Right. And I don't know. I haven't paid attention to it, so I don't know what's going on with it. But either way, so then right away they jump on board with fucking Grunt Style, which is a major competitor of Article 15.
Yep.
And I'm like, bro, you fucking guys fucked us. Like that's the worst thing you can do is bring 5 Bravo, the entity that I created. Now I didn't grow. They all helped me grow.
Right.
Everyone helped me grow it, and hand it off to fucking Grunt Style, a competitor. That makes no sense.
Right.
And so that's kind of where like the business is business. People make their decisions based on money and all this other stuff, and that's the direction they went.
Right.
And it is what it is, right? Like I haven't even talked about that for years because I don't even give a fuck. Like
Yeah.
whatever. I know there's still going on, and
Yeah.
it's good.
It's in the rear view.
It is what it is. But I was trying to make that into what I wanted to see 5 Bravo do was be kind of like the validating, and it sounds weird, but I see where it could have been the validating community where I say that and say like, here's a fucking award for a veteran business that's doing fucking good things for the community. Boom.
Right.
Here's the 5 Bravo award.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Bullets, booze, babes, whatever the fuck it was. Like the
Right.
5. The reason I called it 5 Bs was because 5 different Bs that are fucking
Yep.
dude shit, right? Bacon, whatever the fuck, right? That's why I called it that, right?
Right.
And so it was for me. I was thinking, well, that's where it could probably be. It doesn't have to be in a space of business, but it can grow, right? And there could be sponsors down the road. It can make money, but the real goal is like using that social media platform to be lucrative. And fucking, so I walked away.
Yep.
But those things is we're early on in the time. You're talking early on in the time of social media and military fucking groups and communities
Right.
that are being grown and built
Yep.
and destroyed, and fucking business is just shit, but that was the time when Article 15 was flourishing, man. And I knew when Article 15 was killing it when I went to SHOT Show and we couldn't walk fucking 20 feet into the floor.
without someone saying, "Hey, you're."
We got stopped,
Yeah.
and then once those pictures were done, got stopped, and once those pictures got stopped, and about 25 feet in, we're like, let's just go eat, dude, because
Yep.
it was almost pointless to go as a group.
Yeah.
If we broke it up one at a time and kind of ran through, it was cool. But I mean, Matt's life is different. Matt gets stopped for everything, and the guys would notice Rocco here and there, and it started,
Right.
it started. And then the year after, it got even more crazy. Where like obviously I see the popularity where like people really know who the fuck I am,
Right.
and obviously who Matt is, and we're doing Range 15 shit, and it's just got fucking nuts.
Yeah, I think you guys were promoting Range 15.
2015 at the Chateau.
2015, yeah.
Yeah.
So on social media up until that point, you were heavy promoting it. So that's when
Yeah.
everyone really started
Yeah.
knowing who you guys were.
And it got crazy, dude.
Yeah.
No, dude, I wish it was still. Part of me wished it was still that. I probably wish it was just still simple. Let's think of a new fucking video concept. Let's go
Yeah.
to the garage and fucking write it out. Let's fucking bullshit, drink some beers, and go to the fucking range. But in reality, is like, I think we all knew like the life expectancy of a YouTube fucking star is short, right? Like
You got to evolve.
You gotta
If you
evolve.
don't, you're going to, it's not to necessarily sink or swim, but if you don't evolve and get fresh content,
there's
or
someone
anything
else
like
is
that,
going to come up and kick your ass.
you're just going to get stale. People are going to get tired of it.
Right, and so that's exactly what we had to do. We all evolved, JT and Matt went forward with Black Rifle, and they're evolving that, ever evolving that. They're continuing to evolve that into what it is today. They're growing that to a major business, and it's primary focus,
Yep.
which is, dude, more power to them. Business is business, and this is how it goes. I went into the acting, right? I evolved in that direction.
Yep.
I'm still trying to focus on Lead Slingers Whiskey as much as possible. Article 15 is kind of stagnant. It's tough, and that's hard to see for all of us, right? But I mean, we're still coming up with designs. We're still coming up with shirts. But, dude, trust me, I think more than anyone, I would love to see Article 15 fucking jump back on and start kicking ass again.
Yeah.
And like, we were competitive, man. We were competitive. We wanted.
There's a lot of people who like to see that.
We wanted to kick ass of every other fucking company out there, and that was why it was part of the fun was creating a shirt that fucking no one thought of, or a mystery shirt no one thought of. Me,
I have the last mystery shirt you guys did,
Which
the
one was
Shark
that?
Post one.
Oh yeah, dude.
I still have that shirt, and I grabbed it out of my closet today, and I was like, I grabbed Derek's shirt.
I can't wear
So-
half the shirts I used to make.
So the last time I wore this shirt, Derek won a belt.
Oh, he
At
did.
the-
So
at that fitness
he's
competition
wearing
he
a
did.
straight legless clothing shirt. That's Derek's line. He's not completely crazy active on it. He does it whenever he wants to, but that's
Yep.
Derek.
Yeah, that's Derek.
Derek's on his own timeline. He does whatever he wants. It was Derek's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Derek. You know we love you. I miss you. And we're coming up to the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
That was a cool conversation,
No,
dude.
it's good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It's kind of stuff that you need in your life.
I haven't talked about the past in a while of trying to get, what we did and
Reminiscing.
and being part of Article 15. Well, you got to remember where we
Yeah.
came from, right? Like I remember where we came from. I remember our humble beginnings of fucking just hustling.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's like, it's they say fucking more money, more problems. I wouldn't say there's more money, but the bigger we got, became more problems with competing with people targeting us and trying to be better than us, and just learning business and understanding business better, and us trying to evolve with business. It was just it's been a trip, man. I mean, I think all of us have taken a hit. I mean, all of us have went through a different relationship.
Yep.
We've all gone through either a divorce or a separation
Yep.
or a change of relationship. We've all just gone through eras. I mean, let's see, that started in 2013. It's 2017 now,
Yep.
right? So people change in 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
People grow. People's personalities. Sitting there always trying to put on a face to entertain the community does get exhausting. It does wear on you a bit, and that's why I talked about before in one of the earlier podcasts was like, you can't base your social media as your successful business, because the
No.
person who's growing that social media, it gets old, it gets exhausting.
Well, if you're doing social media as a
As
business,
your primary, yeah.
what happens when Instagram goes away? What happens when Facebook, everything just like
Yeah,
disappears?
you have to have a
goes your
foundation.
business.
You have to have the foundation of business, the search engine marketing,
Yeah.
So it's tough. It's crazy. I'm gonna shoot Matt a text right now and be like, "What up, bitch?" I texted him last week, but we're trying to get together. Their schedule's so fucked, dude.
So real quick, I think about a month ago or so, I was up at the Hill Air Force Base.
Yeah.
At the Class 6.
Yeah.
And my phone goes off, and it's Matt. He's like, "How's it going?" I was like,
Yeah.
That's all. I text him back. I said, "Hey, it's going good. What's up?" He's like, "Oh no, I just want to check on you." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, cool."
He's a good dude, man.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't know the real side of Matt.
Yeah.
Matt's just such a simple, chill cat. Likes to play video games, drink in his house, and
For
that's it.
someone that dead of winter, walking around in flip flops and board shorts
all day.
Yeah, chill.
He wears a hoodie or a jacket, but it's still shorts and flip flops.
Chill as fuck.
It's funny as fuck, dude. All right, man. Hey, Matt, if you're listening to this, I love you, buddy. All the way back from the days of Mosul when you were a private and I was a private. I was the senior private at the time. Didn't say much about me. I was just an older fucking private.
They call that private major.
Yeah, private
major of the
private
Army.
major. No, man. All you guys, Article 15 fans, JT, Matt, I love you. I miss you guys. Anyone that's listening, shit, thanks for listening. I know I've been fucking sketch on the dates I just put them out. I just record and put them out. There's no fucking stopping for me.
Yep.
Because my time is crazy. My schedule's crazy, but anytime I get a chance to stand in front of these microphones, I will. I'm going to be taking these with me to Arizona for a Christmas break, and I'll be having a podcast with my brother, who is one of my favorite dudes in the world.
I'm going to Arizona right after Christmas.
Oh, right after. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm going to miss you then.
27th through the 31st, I'll be there.
Nice, I'll be here. So, hey, Bobby, it was a pleasure having you on here. Guys, don't forget to check out Reaper Customs. Again, you can check them out on Instagram, on Facebook, Reaper Customs.
Reaper Customs Co.
Reaper Customs Co.
Customs Co.
Check them out. I'll post a picture on Instagram and Facebook so you guys know Bobby is a veteran-owned company. Bobby works his ass off to fucking do what he does. And give him a shout if you guys are looking for something cool, a new idea for your family, friends, or your wife. Hit him up. Thanks for listening. We love you.
I did it.